Welcome everyone to another episode of my Real Madrid story. This is the post-match reaction / analysis of the game we just had at Granada. We unfortunately found out they were relegated about 2 hours before the game, and the game ended 4-0 in our favor. I like the fact that the boys did not take it easy on Granada, regardless of their situation, but their current situation rather, and they went out to give us a good show. This is probably the strongest B side we've had since the 2017-2018 season, where if Ronaldo, Bale and Benzema were not around, or if rather Ronaldo, Benzema and Isco were starting those periods were not around, the second string team made up of the likes of Morata and Co, they still bury teams alive, right? These guys are giving us the same feeling, maybe not at the same level, but in case you don't realize, we've not lost a game against any other team this season apart from Atletico Madrid. In the first few matches in La Liga, that was back in September, and then again in Copa del Rey earlier this year. That's amazing. We're on course to end the season 99 points. That's if we win our 3 remaining games, because we are currently on 90 points. And this is the best we would have come since Mourinho did 100 points, I think 2011, 2012, or 2012, 2013. I don't remember specifically. But yeah, that's how good this team is. Every other team between then and now have not been able to reach this. Yes, I might be getting a bit higher of myself. We are not on 99 points yet. But does this team look like a team that will get to 99 points? Definitely. And don't forget that before that time comes, we have a Jude that has been resting, we have Vinny that has been resting, we have Rodrigo resting, we have Toni Kroos playing a big part role in La Liga towards the end of the season, which means that we need to get them game time, like serious game time before the game, the Champions League final against Dortmund on the 1st of June. So you should see more of the A team playing really soon, right? And you know what that means. We are going to bury a lot of teams. Bar any injuries, I think our guys should be fit and ready to head into the international competition, ready to play and just continue from where they stopped. Something else I would like to talk about. Oh yeah, it is now official. Mbappe has announced that he's leaving PSG. Everybody knows what that means. There are a few people that I saw online, they were still speculating, hopeful fans of rival teams, right? Speculating that maybe since he has not officially announced where he's heading to, and I think that's out of respect to PSG and to Real Madrid as well, because we need to be focused. We do not want that distraction. He's going to do that maybe June 1st, which is when the Olympics is expected to start, or maybe June 2nd, after it has started. He will announce where he's going to. I'm sure there's Florentino Perez is behind things like this. And if you do not, all of the confirmation you need is the fact that French President Emmanuel Macron basically said that he's hoping Real Madrid releases Kylian Mbappe for the Olympics in France. I do want us to release him actually. I do want us to release him. We're a class team. We're a class team. Look at what we did. We refused to allow to receive our La Liga trophy and medal at Granada because they are relegated, out of respect for them. And it was like very class art of the Granada team to give us a guard of honor. So we'll do that. The celebration at Cibeles tomorrow. We will get the trophy. We'll get the medals in our next game at home later in the weekend, later next weekend, right? But specifically about the game, right? And for those of you, I noticed not a lot of you have seen my video my reaction video to the Bayern game. Please go and see it. I was quite emotional. If for nothing else, for what I look like when I was suffering from hangover from that game. I was hungover from that game. But you should go see the video, and do not forget to like, to subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you for those that have left comments so far. Thank you for the consistency in watching my videos and in sharing with others as well. Basically just increasing and improving the reach and bringing in other Madridistas into my Real Madrid story family. So I have a couple of points, and if you go on the Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see that some of what I'm going to be talking about moving forward I already tweeted about, especially during the game. One of it was that in the first few minutes of the game, I think first 20 or 30 minutes of the game, Brahim was keeping the ball way too much. Like I was complaining, Brahim, I understand that this is your style of play, but if you hold the ball too much in transition, you kill it and you tend to lose it. Because that first few minutes, not just your team has power, excuse me please, not just the team has the power to run from one end of the pitch to the other, they do as well. And most of those balls, he lost it because he decided to keep it when there are players to his right, there are players to his left, but I've just released the ball to and make life easy for himself. But did you know that I eventually end up eating my words? Because that same thing I was complaining about in the first half, he repeated in the second half, got a very lovely goal. And even that was how he started the move that led to his second goal in the second half as well. So while I still stand by my complaints because it felt frustrating watching him play like that, Brahim is a fantastic footballer. He's a fantastic footballer. Like, Spain lost a lot, and it's Morocco's luck. Having that kind of player in the national team, oh my God, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, right? Yeah. So apart from Brahim, who had a good game, deservedly man of the match, the person that I believe I would have given man of the match because of the ground he covered, because of how silky he was with the ball, and I was escaping pressure. I was carrying the ball from our hand to his ball carrying abilities, his dribbling, his very, very perfect tackle stats. Referees in La Liga still do not understand or do not believe that he can pull stuff off like that because he does it from a very, very disadvantaged position. Camavinga, he played so well yesterday. Yes, we were playing against a team already relegated, but it's so good seeing Camavinga play football. It is so good seeing Camavinga play football. It gives you the Edgar Davies, Seedorf, and the Modric. Oh my God, he's that good. The commentator referred to him as a Swiss Army knife. I had that and I just laughed. Because he was out. He was out. That's the honest truth. He was quite out. Like, that's the correct way to describe him. It was funny. It was funny, but I liked it. Conviga had a really good game. The other person that had a good game as well is Fran Garcia. We understand the pressure of playing for a team as huge as Real Madrid, right? And while he was our starting left back, just don't forget, he was our starting left back when the season began. But the game against Atletico,
it's pretty much listed in the hijacker.
Sorry about that. I have my laptop on here. So with the game against Atletico Madrid, like, showed a lot of his deficiencies. Like, he was skinned alive in that game. And he found it difficult the next couple of months to even get playing time. If he got playing time, he was shaky on the ball. He was not as confident as he was in Rayo Vallecano. And don't forget, because I always believe there's something very, very important about the Real Madrid team that not a lot of people talk about. And I've seen a couple of people talk about it over the past couple of weeks. A comment made by Florentino Perez where he said that the next generation of Real Madrid players will be will have the Madridismo spirit, which means they are first fans of Real Madrid that wants to play for the team. Okay, which is why I'm at a crossroad with this Mbappe transfer now. I knew it has been a long time coming. Do I think Ancelotti can undo a ego like his in the dressing room? Definitely. And don't forget, this is Real Madrid. No player can ever be better than Real Madrid. If Ronaldo cannot pull it off, Mbappe won't be able to. I can assure you. And at the first sign of trouble, Florentino Perez will let him go, unless Florentino Perez is not our president, and whoever is. Like, so this is not, we're not Barcelona. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say, we're not Barcelona. We don't believe a player is bigger than our team. Before you came, there was Real Madrid. There will be Real Madrid long after you've gone. Anyway, back to Fran Garcia. He had an amazing game. He basically colonized that left hand side. Sorry, wrong, weird choice of words. But he took over that left hand side and made it his own. Going forward, he was solid. Defending as well, it was solid, that's been one of his biggest issues. Like, we trust him when he's going forward. His crosses are really good, but retreating and opposition players exploiting the space he leaves behind after he makes those his famous runs forward has been one of his Achilles heel this season. And it was not quite evident because he made sure he did not get carried away in going forward. He made sure he retreated as well. And then he had a lot of help from the likes of Brahim, and Lucas Vazquez had the same kind of help from Guler, which I'm going to talk about as part of his game, in-game development, which I really like. Other player that had a good game was, of course, Luka Modric. That skill alone, putting the ball over the player and then passing the ball before the guy realized what has even happened, and the Granada fans just cheering him on and then giving me a standing ovation when he was leaving. I tweeted something after the game that please that rival fans should stop giving him a standing ovation because they're making it look like the end. Like, I personally am not ready, and I know a lot of Real Madrid fans are not ready. We need a character like he is. We need a leader like him in the dressing room for one more season. Same for Toni Kroos as well. I'm not ready for the transition. Yes, Real Madrid made things happen when we feel like we're not ready. We're not ready for Ronaldo to leave as well, but he left and we're doing okay. But I am honestly not ready for Modric to leave. I know he wants more playtime, but if he can just manage what he already has right now and is assured that he's going to still keep getting them, let's just see him play 15 minutes every game, 20 minutes. Some games he starts and he finishes, just to manage his game time. It would be amazing. Still having him and Toni Kroos in that dressing room, because they are our leaders. Let's not forget those two, David Alaba, Rudiger as well, and Captain Nacho and Carvajal are leaders, as well as Lothar Quest. May you be pleased. Courtois, was good to see Courtois again. Made one really incredible save. I'm like, yes, he's back. I really like that. I really like seeing Courtois. But just to my 2 cents on the should Courtois or Lunin start the Champions League final. It's a non-issue. Okay, it's not something that anybody should even be. It's not a debate. It's not for debates at all. And I don't know why Ancelotti was being coy with his answer. Straightforward. Lunin brought us here. Lunin is starting, and maybe might not end the game after we have gone to like 3 or 4 goals up. I'm sorry, Dortmund, no disrespect. I'm just saying, as a Madrid fan, okay? And then he can come in and just have a taste of the Champions League. But other than that, nope. Lunin definitely starts. It's the number 1 right now. No disrespect to Courtois, but Lunin is number 1 right now. After the season has ended, when preseason starts, we can go back to status quo. But right now, right here, Lunin gets that game. But Courtois, anyway, like I said, has a good game. Ceballos, mixed feelings for me, because he lost a lot of the ball. Too many unnecessary touches. Like, keep it simple, let it flow, let it go. Okay, and I look at it, I get that every player has their own style of play, but when you have like a Toni Kroos, you have Modric training with you every day, you should aspire to be better than them and just pick the good side. And they don't have a lot of bad side. Pick the good side of their game, how they do it in training, and just flow with it. We will know that you're on the pitch if you don't hold the ball 3 million times. or make so many unnecessary turns. Just play with the ball. There was a ball. There was a particular sequence where we were on the right side during first half. We were on the right side of the pitch, very close to Girona's box. That Guler was very open, but he decided to make the difficult pass in between two Granada. Yes, he pulled it off, but pulling it off meant that we had to go back towards our goal when he could have just given it to Arda, who was quite open. I was surprised. I'm like, dude, give him the ball. But anyway, Camavinga had a good game. Rudiger and Militao had a good game, but Militao, I still feel he does not have the sharpness just yet. Yes, he may be match fit, but that sharpness, he has lost it a bit. And I think over time he will gain that before the end of the season, because he was easily beaten by Lucas Boye a couple of times. I think about 2 or 3 times that he was beaten by Lucas Boye. He misjudged what Boye was going to do, and then before you know it, and if Boye was a faster player, we could have been punished for it. But anyway, great recovery from the defense. Great game from Lucas Vazquez as well. That's pull out very similar to what he did against Barcelona, that Bellingham rifled home. Great connects from him, between him and Fran, Garcia, who converted that to give us the first goal. Who else haven't I mentioned? Right? Yeah, so we have talked about Brahim. Joselu had a Joselu-like game. Like, missed a lot of chances and was not really in the game as for majority of the game, except towards the end. And a lot of the shots were blocked. They had this really glorious chance, which I don't remember who launched the ball from our end, and he beat the offside trap. By the time I was controlled, but great defending by the Granada defender though. Like, that last ditch block was very important. That was, I'm sure Joselu would have converted that. But anyway, he scored 2 goals, gotten us to the final. No complaint from us. And then Arda Guler got another goal. Has played about 8 games. This is his 3rd start. I expect him to, and this is the first game he has finished. Yeah, this game he played till the end, because usually he's always substituted off or on. This is the first game he has played from minute 1 to minute 90, which is amazing. Amazing by the way. Great game from him. There were sequences in the game where he was there, and then at times he was lost in the game. You will notice even the commentators made a comment about it, about the fact that he gets a lot of instructions, especially from David Ancelotti, right? And you will see that he has improved on the defensive side of things, okay? Because usually most 7s they just like to hog that touchline and not do any defensive work, but he did a lot of defensive work that I really like. Okay, so he's going to really mature, not just into the traditional, oh, I want to attack, but he knows when to defend. When we are playing against a team and we need to be in a mid block or a low block, and we have to sit deep like we did against Manchester City. So you will see his physique has really improved. He had a really difficult beginning of the season, and I liked, yes, I was not in total agreement, because if you watch a couple of my videos, you see I complain about the fact that he wasn't getting game time a lot, but Ancelotti knows, he obviously knows better than I do, than most of us do, right? And I like this no pressure environment in which he's playing right now. We get to see him for who he really is. So let's build his confidence playing in the Real Madrid shirt, and then maybe turn it up a bit next season, playing in very difficult games, and let's see how he comes in and try to change the game. And it's because of people like him that I want the likes of Toni Kroos and Luka Modric to still remain, and also for the Mbappe tsunami that is coming to Real Madrid. I'm not going to talk about what the lineup is going to look like. I trust Ancelotti to figure it out. I trust that some difficult decisions might have to be made. Whatever happens, Real Madrid still. So we've come to the end of this episode. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to leave a comment. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos, for sharing it, for leaving comments. Real Madrid, why not us?